Live in front of the studio audience.
It says that it's open.
Dang, bro. That's enough.
That bitch is closed, dog. Fuck. That bitch closed, bro.
Closes at 10, dog.
It's 9:31. It's 9:32.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do that shit, dog.
Wendy's got a new burger. It got Takis on it, it looked like.
Yeah, they do.
Is it good?
It's a chicken one, though.
Is it good? Looks like I'm eating that.
Ba-ba.
Never had it.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. I'm eating it.
You eating ass?
Always.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on. Wait.
Get off the wall.
Hold on, wait. Oh, yo, hold
up.
Wait.
Get off the wall.
It says our iconic spicy chicken fillet topped with chopped Takis, Fuego,
There you go.
chips, cheddar cheese sauce, and creamy corn spread.
Jesus. Creamy.
And chili lime sauce.
Oh,
I'll show you
creamy.
Get fried up because
cream.
Give me that cream of
it
the
tells us to get fried.
crop. The cream of my cock.
Whoa.
Do I pose like this?
Big Daddy.
Hey there. Ow.
Welcome to the show.
Whoa.
Yo, this might be the thing. I think I'm gonna get a burger.
Burger?
Chick-fil-A, a Taki burger. A Taki chicken burger. A chicken sandwich, technically.
Type shit.
Chatting. Chicken. Chaz is chatty chicken. Oh, it's stroking like hell.
You know,
Oh,
I ain't never seen
mamacita
that
now.
I still haven't seen it, bro.
I haven't either. I just know the memes.
Lava chicken.
Chatting.
What do I get with the...
Okay, are you ready? You ready? You ready?
Ready for what?
The fucking intro.
You know what the intro is, motherfuckers?
You know what it is. Welcome to Chatting. Wait, one more time. One more. You understand? Wait, ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh.
On the saxophone.
No, I'm fucking, it's a shake weight, bro.
This is the first episode, but we're waiting for our guests to get here.
We ain't got no guests.
We don't have no guests yet.
No, I'm just playing, guys.
We're waiting for him though.
Oh.
He'll introduce him. He's gonna walk on like a talk show. Oh, monologue, right? Y'all hear about the government talking about that file list that suddenly doesn't exist? That's fucking ridiculous, huh?
Wicked.
Wicked. You know, I'm sure that list, didn't, take itself out either,
That's what they're all saying.
Right.
Real shit. Oh, shit, bro.
What?
I can add Takis to my chili. I don't even need hot sauce no more.
Bro, I had that Taki burger, dude. That thing's wild.
Really, bro?
Yeah, that shit hurt coming out, dog.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, wait, no, these are Taki fries.
Yeah, those,
Ooh.
they're not that good.
He said that shit hurt coming out. Is that what just came out?
Yeah, I had it.
Is that what just came out?
No. No, that was from, that was what, I had the chili I had from lunchtime, dog.
Let's see how I'm gonna hook this up. Ooh, they got ghost pepper dip and ranch.
Your mom,
It's mid.
your daddy.
I'm saying with the fries, bro.
Come on!
Some mayonnaise.
Bro.
So, what is everybody,
Lemonade?
lemonade?
Lemonade.
Aid the women.
I need a woman to aid me. My mental is crazy. I feel like...
Some shady?
Damn, bro. Take the words out of our mouth.
But you ain't got no baby.
No babies.
Straight nothing, not crazy.
Jesus.
Ooh, I can add lettuce. Bro,
Fucking Robert Klein looking ass. Robert Klein.
Oh, no, that's a lettuce bun. Oh.
Oh, that's like what is that? They call that protein style, but
What the heck?
In
Nobody
that
want that
In
stuff.
and out.
Yeah.
You just go straight lettuce.
Yeah, I think that's they call it protein style.
Feel me?
Yeah.
You put lettuce on it. Some
You go no bun. Some bun for
some
lettuce.
onions.
Yeah.
Lettuce wrap burger.
Yeah, and there was like you know, In-N-Out has like the secret menu.
Yeah.
You get the
I wish, bro,
there
I wish there was an In-N-Out out here.
the 3x3.
It'll be one day.
Bro, that's what they say about. That's what they say about Burger King.
Wait, what'd you say?
The 3 patty, the 4 patty,
The 4x4.
patty.
Yeah, animal style's the shit.
that
Gotta
good
have the
shit.
grilled onions and the freaking cheese and the Thousand Island sauce for sure, dog. Oh, and then I would always get the fries well done style because they're like little chips, bro. We make them fresh every time.
Crispy.
Crispy. Say well done style.
Crispy.
And then the Neapolitan shake that they do too. It's
The
just
Neapolitan
like chocolate,
shake.
vanilla, and strawberry. That
I
shit's
don't fucking know what you talking about when you
sublime.
say that.
Neapolitan?
Yeah, where's that
Chocolate,
from?
strawberry,
Neapolitia.
vanilla.
Neapolitia from
From
the
Nepal.
the Netherlands.
Netherlands?
Netherlands.
The nipple of
Oh my gosh.
The Neolands.
Isn't that where Napoleon Dynamite's from?
Tina.
You
Tina.
fat lord. Come
You
get some dinner.
fat tub of lard, come get your dinner. Idiot.
Dinner.
You guys are retarded.
Good. Hey, whoa. Cancel.
No, you know that word just became okay to say.
Really?
Again. Yes, it did.
Retarded?
Yeah.
Awesome. This is retarded?
Yeah.
That's heavy.
Yeah. It just became
Hey, bro, it's
okay
like
to
the
say that
80s,
again.
bro.
Yeah.
It's like, just like the 80s.
I don't understand why we're giving words so much power nowadays. It's
You
like
know what
everybody
word
wants to
that
be
I
canceled over a word. It's like, dude, get over it.
You know what word I got power over?
What? No, don't do it.
Just because you have the power doesn't mean you need to abuse it.
Yeah, simple.
Isn't that what cops do?
Some of
Are
them,
you
for
a
sure.
cop dog?
With your with your glasses, they just pop up.
Huh?
Whoa! What?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Can I do that?
Yeehaw. Let me wear it.
Fuck off with that shit.
Bro, let me see it, man.
Damn.
Yes, sir. I tell you what. Y'all boys better start respecting me.
Respect.
Respect my authority.
You respect my
Respect
authority.
on my name.
You put some respect on my name,
Just
boy.
put some speckles on my.
You know who I
face.
am? They call me George Clooney and Blackson.
Who are you?
I just told you.
Oh.
I'm George Clooney and Blackson Beyonce.
I'm sorry, I'm fucking William Chestnut III, and I can't hear shit out of this ear since the Cornelius War.
How about you drain what's there in? Yeah, look at it dripping on your shoulder. Disgusting.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No.
Alright, well, I tell you what, I don't want to wear this hat no more because it makes me a different person.
It's okay, you know. When it comes back to me, it makes me normal again.
That was crazy.
My persona comes out.
Who was that?
Persona 5.
I tell you what, I miss wearing.
Tell you what.
I tell you what, I miss wearing.
Still wearing off.
I miss wearing them hats.
Still wearing off.
On
He's
some
got
real
the
shit,
draws.
bro, I really miss wearing like cowboy gear. Like I really do.
Yeehaw.
I used to wear a hat every day when I was a kid, bro.
Yo, I walked out of that.
Swear to God, a
So,
black hat.
I walked
black
out of-
cowboy hat, just like that.
I walked out of the Golden West, you know, the little diner out here, and I was wearing
What
my
was it?
cowboy shit, and I went, yeah.
What was in there?
Huh?
What was in there?
What do you mean? What was in there?
In the Golden West.
Oh, they have this little this little tower where you go and eat salads, and then they shove you inside of it and shoot you up into the stratosphere. And when you come back down, you have to gamble
A
at a
salad,
slot
dog?
machine. And when you let me finish. And then you get
They can't see your face.
and then
And
at
then,
the button then
And then.
no more and then
And
and
then.
then,
no more and then when you get at the bottom you get a burger.
A burger.
They actually their fried foods aren't bad, but don't get anything that's like I don't know. I wasn't really impressed by their burgers, dude. Like I don't know, their burgers like it felt dry.
It
as
was
shit.
mid.
It was mid.
Yeah, that's why you gotta tell them to do it on the. on the rare side.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, fucking, they fried the shit out of that shit. Oh no, I said medium though.
Burger I got.
No, you
yesterday
want
was
rare.
From there? How do you order yours though?
I ordered medium.
Oh no, I'm ordering rare.
They gave it to me medium rare.
Oh,
It was
see.
fucking.
You know what I gotta
Now you're gonna start ordering me.
You know what? They cooked the
That's
shit
too
out of
much
mine.
gray.
They probably cooked the shit out of mine.
Yeah, they were like, this boy too goddamn ugly. Let's give him a good
Actually, I
burger.
was with my ex at the time, so
That's exactly
that's why the food was like. Cause like I did go in there one time with a
The
good.
fried pickles are pretty fun.
I was gonna. That's what. Yeah, I got the sampler platter.
Fried pickles?
Yeah, they got fried pickles, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Are they open now?
Probably not. Oh yeah, no, they're open 24 hours, huh?
Yeah, but the restaurant isn't.
No,
It's closed at like 8.
they have like bar eats, but like that.
Damn, what's the word? That's
All that
retarded.
restaurant stuff is closed at
Huh?
8.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm back. We use it slang, dog. That's retarded.
Slay?
That was retarded, man.
Don't say it like that. I'm like you.
With Todd.
Not my balls.
Oh, straight sack tap, dog. Sack tap.
I need to smoke a cigarette.
I need to know where the guest is at, G.
Right there.
What?
Right here.
Oh, I said his name.
I told you. I need to know where the guest is at. Right here.
Right here. What is up?
Sorry I'm late.
You're good, man.
Dude, I got off work. How we doing, bro?
What's up, brother?
How we doing, man?
This just spot right here.
Alright.
Zach, this
Sweet.
is
I'm Trevor.
Trevor, this is Zach.
We had a kind of busy day.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah, I mean, 2 of us at the end.
Yeah.
So about 20 people came in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, right at the end of the.
Right at the end, you know that.
Don't you love it right when they tell someone to shut down their register and for closing time, and then immediately it's like that's when the last minute bum rush happens.
Do you know what I would do? I would switch to just card.
The problem with that is you still have the transaction moving.
Oh yeah.
You know what my biggest problem has been the last couple of days?
Y'all gotta do like what's it called? It's like a withdrawal. Huh.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
ATM.
Yeah, it's like an
Well,
ATM.
I mean, that if you're quick, that's not the time consumption.
Yeah.
Like, the time consumption is people.
Yeah. Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
people
Like,
will start
I was
asking.
gonna say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got like the people that freaking. Oh my gosh, the guys will sit there and. This guy tried to snatch the iPad from me. I'm like, dude, I wanted to tell him, be like, I have a standard operating procedure. You
Or
don't
when
hold
they
that.
snatch the bag.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I get him with that one too. I'm like, hey man, like I gotta make it legal before you get out of here. Like, chill out on that, you know.
Mhm.
Like, hey man, you can't be fiending that hard. This is weed, bro. Like.
You never know though.
So,
You never know what type of day that the person's going through though.
Now that we have everyone here, there's just a couple things that I wanted to touch base on before we.
My food gets here.
I'm gonna spend the first like few minutes of the podcast each time talking about current events, just because I like the idea of like doing the news and talking about things that are happening in the world. So the big one that I know is one of the big ones this week for me was the Big Beautiful Bill getting passed into law. There's a lot of different things that happen there, you know. Mainly, you know, a lot of it's focused on the working class, which I really like.
Okay.
I feel like that the government, you know, in the last few cycles before this one, I feel like a lot of it's been taken away from the working class and kind of had that corporate spotlight shined on it, you know. So I feel like it's really good to see that the government might be in a way moving backwards, a little bit more towards like being human centric rather than with corporate interests, you know. Actually, it lowers the tax rates for after the first tax bracket of 10% didn't change, but everything else got lowered about 3 to 4% on the for pretty much the income rates of American families, which is pretty cool. At least the typical American family.
Well, they also extended credits.
Yeah. They extended credits and they raised them too. They raised them so that and they actually said permanently.
Yeah.
It's permanently raised at 2,500, I think is what the revision said, and I'm like, I think that's absolutely fantastic, you know.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's really going to help me because I owe the IRS a lot because of Obama. I'm on Obamacare. I was on Obamacare last year, and I actually had to cancel it this year because
The hell is Obamacare?
I can't. So because of the cost. so because of the cost of health insurance, right? Because of the cost of health insurance, I had to have government assisted insurance because of the cost of living. But because of the way that the brackets are, and because of the way that they are with assisted with insurance, I'm on just on that line to where I make just enough money to get screwed by the insurance companies. So like I have to pay $300 or $400 for insurance for me and my daughter. So what did I do? The sad thing, I had to cancel my insurance.
Right.
I had to cancel my insurance because I can't afford it. Will I face a tax penalty? No, because I can tell them I couldn't afford insurance, and then when open enrollment starts, then I'm going to be able to get the company insurance that we have, which is good.
Ours is pretty good.
Ours is great.
After a year.
Yeah.
The first year is.
Yeah.
And you got to be full time.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, and I didn't. They didn't have that when I worked there before. But we're getting a little off base. Also, there's just one other thing that I wanted to talk about, and it's the Stop Killing Games movement over in the UK right now, or in the EU as a whole. The movement behind it is to make it so developers have an end of life plan for their games. So when the servers got to go offline, or when inevitably content gets removed from the game, the idea is that for them to have a roadmap or a plan for when they got to sunset their games, or and there's been a lot of controversy, not a controversy, but there's been a lot of big media, like not big media, but like celebrity, like YouTubing and TikToks. That now those are the modern day celebrities. You've heard this? Have you guys heard of the guy Pirate Software?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pirate Bay?
No, Pirate
Thor.
Software. Pirate Software. Thor is his name on. He's mostly on YouTube. Now I actually and he streams mostly on Twitch. But I don't know. I used to actually like watch his shorts and stuff, and I actually thought the guy's pretty smart out of like context. But I mean, like the arguments that he's making, like
I think he is.
made.
It's just this argument he's really
I think he's picking the wrong hill to die on, because like but like also, what I've also noticed is that a lot of like online celebrities that are like streamers and gamers, like they put on the persona for a lot of stuff. And I'm not saying this about like anyone in particular, but I've gone on to online servers with like famous people, played games with famous people, and I'll tell you what, bro, a lot of the people that are like online personas, they're kind of fucking cocksuckers, dude. Like, I mean, honestly, the ego that some of them get, like, there was one guy that I started watching back when he had like, I think like maybe 10,000 followers. And now he's got like upwards of 1 million, and like I thought his content was the funniest shit ever, like the most hilarious shit. And now it's like I've played a game with him, and like I know he's kind of an asshole. He's kind of an asshole, and like I get it, like you got to do it for the bit and shit like that. But like I felt like, anyways, we don't have to, again, we're getting off base, but those are the two things I wanted to talk about. Was the big beautiful bill. I wanted to make everyone aware of the good things that are coming out of that, and the good things that are coming out of the EU with the Stop Killing Games movement. I think it's nice to see some good things that are happening in the world. In the meantime, I do want to take the chance to introduce myself. I'm Chazzy, Chaz Parsons. This is the first episode of Chatting. I'm joined by my co-host Shinobi, and this is going to be something we do on the regular basis. We've got our guest, Trevor, and we've got our guy in the corner just straight up chilling, Zach. Just straight chilling.
Zach.
Max relaxation.
Zach.
So Trevor.
Y'all don't need to know anything about Zach. He's just Zach.
He's just Zach.
I'm just here.
He's just Zach. Zach. Zach.
Zach.
Just Zach.
Chazak.
Shazak.
Chazak. Chazak.
Now he's
Zachika.
Chazak.
Jaxica.
Jack. You could be Jack. A playoff Jack.
Just
Jack.
switch everything.
There are
Check.
those podcasts that have that random dude over in the corner. It's just like,
That's
who's
him.
that?
That's him. That's him.
Yeah, that's him.
That's him.
That's me.
He's gonna give his input. I'm thinking mostly he's just gonna answer yes or no questions.
I'm just gonna give my 2 cents every once in a
Yeah,
while.
just pop in. Just be like, you just do like the Archer hand thing, like
I have something I want to say here.
I'm Zach.
Lana.
Zach, did you change the color of your hair, Zach?
It does look a little bit less blue.
No, it looks like a purplish now.
It's the light above him.
Oh, it is.
Probably, yeah, blue light.
Yeah, I forgot that we had that on.
Reflected.
So,
Yeah, that's just dope.
I had some
Zach.
stuff I wanted to ask you.
You can ask away.
So I kind of just wanted to get the art, like a little bit of familiarity because I'm figuring we'll have you on for probably a few weeks. Like probably that's what we'll probably do with our guest profiles. Like the first episode's going to be about like kind of understanding who you are, how you got to this moment. Second one will be kind of like what are all of our beliefs and how we can interrelate and like just good conversation about that. And then the third one would kind of be like to plug yourself, kind of like, give people like the chance to be like, oh, hey, and these are like the things that I'm interested in. These are the things that I would like to, show up to the world and talk to the world about the issues that I think are important.
Right.
And so that'll be that. And I'm going to be taking notes throughout the process. The only thing is, of course, I'm missing a pen.
Your boy Strells today.
Oh no, it's got to be a pen.
Pin?
It won't be. I gotta go get my autistic pen, bro. I gotta go get it. I'm sorry. I gotta do it to him, but
Sorry, chat.
sorry, chat.
You're.
He has a fucking problem with my fucking pin.
I guess
It's not
so.
a problem.
He has a problem with my fucking pin, bro.
It's okay. We'll let it slide this time.
He's the one getting a different pen. How's he letting it slide?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta let it slide.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's some slick reverse psychology.
Gaslighting.
Yeah.
Like a class A of gaslighting.
I learned from some of the best with my exes.
101 there.
We got it. So Trev, I wanted to ask you,
Where are you from? My bad.
Hey, I got structure here.
And the pen to back it up.
Fucking tip me, dude. It's crazy that we both ended up on.
Just touching tips.
No, bro. Like,
Wait.
both the tips.
Alright.
What just happened?
We were almost touch tips.
No!
Oh shit!
Trying to get me excited before this podcast.
Whoa! Alright, guys.
Tune in next week for
Cliffhanger, guys. Let's
Tune
see
in
what
next
happens.
week for touching tips.
We're gonna find out the truth.
Next week, testing. Oh, God.
Which is
Woo!
you gotta close the podcast with him just what just happened.
What just
What just
what
happened?
was that?
What was that?
Yeah.
you kind
What was
of
that?
we both work in the same profession. We work in the cannabis sector, and so I kind of wanted to know what was your lead up before you jumped into the cannabis sector. What did you do before you were in the cannabis sector?
Ooh, okay. That's we can go way back if you're starting with like work. I mean directly right before cannabis. I wasn't even in the country.
No.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I had come back to the country and moved to Mesquite at that time. When was it? January of 24.
Okay.
January of 24. 2 months later, I broke my shoulder. Broke 3 ribs. It's not bad. Like I was helping my dad move furniture, so
Okay.
yeah, like
He was like,
yeah,
stuck in
you know how
the
stupid
shit,
things
you know?
happen. Yeah, it's literally I was helping him move a Murphy bed. The thing was gonna fall flat on my dad, and I jumped up, grabbed on, and I felt my shoulder just crack. But it gave him a half a second to move out of the way.
Oh well.
So to me, it was worth it.
for sure.
And so I wasn't really working before I got into the cannabis and
Okay.
everything like that.
So the universe kind of just was like.
I knew I wanted in.
So
and I had thrown in my resume and everything like that. And so when I talked to all the bartenders and everyone, and some of the people that are still there, I had talked to them. They told me, they're like, hey, look, just get your foot in the door.
Yeah.
Get your foot in the door. You're not gonna apply and make it right up here.
No, it's hard.
I'm like, I've got a pretty padded resume, and they're like, we don't give a shit. You
Yeah.
know, it doesn't.
I've applied twice and been denied twice.
Honestly, the only real way to I feel like to actually get in there directly now is like I don't know how these I don't know what their process is now, but like back in the day, dude, it was difficult to just get an interview. Like you had to call someone. Like I literally walked in there, and the only reason I got the job when I first got hired on was because I was adamant. I was like, I'm calling everything. I'm calling everyone. I walked in there. I was like, I need to know who I need to talk to get an interview. I said, if I got to make a call, if I got to get things in it, they said, okay, call this person. And so I called this lady up, and so I was like, hey, I was told that you're the person to talk to about getting an interview. And so, it's hard to get in there.
Dude, it's very tough. You're kind of. I'll tell you a fucked up story, but you may have to edit this out. I don't know.
Well, we're live right now, so I mean, like I don't mind, As
long as nobody from work's watching this.
You know what? Maybe it's best if
I'll tell you after that.
Yeah, because I'm doing my best to like not mention names or anything.
Oh, it's not names. It's just what I did. They wouldn't like it, but.
Oh,
we'll
okay.
talk later.
Yeah. We don't have to worry about like anything.
But it's just kind of funny how I have a little bit of a theory in life, and this may sound a little weird, but a lot of times what I've always seen is it's what you don't do that gets you in trouble.
Oh yeah.
It's what you don't do that gets you in trouble.
Oh, for sure.
Like everywhere when I lived all around the world, man, whatever I always did, I never got in trouble for that.
Like it's like your gut telling you when you need to do it too. So like if
That
you ignore, if you
gotta listen
ignore
to
that,
that
what's up?
intuition.
Be right back.
What are you doing?
Grabbing something.
You're going to smoke a stogie.
Nah.
You're going to smoke a square.
Nope.
Hey, just know we're not talking about this. We're talking about this.
We're not talking about this or this.
We're talking about this. Go smoke your stogie.
But so, yeah,
I
when
like
I came in, I interviewed as well. When I interviewed with Grow, they pretty much I had one interview with Grow, and I kind of told them, I was like, look, I have a broken shoulder, I got broken ribs, like I want in. They're like, dude, you gotta wait.
Yeah.
And I was like, I get it, but can I be on a waiting list or something?
Right.
And I just interview again.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, whatever. So then the second time I interviewed, I was a lot more honest. The second time I was like, look, I want to work up front. I know how to grow. I've got all this stuff. I don't know what kind of proof you guys want. Food.
You got some Wendy's. Oh, now you're gonna go smoke your
Yeah,
square.
Now we talking about this.
Dude, you hotboxing with Uber Eats.
Shit, bro. I can probably close the door.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
So the second time I walked in, I interviewed. Or I actually didn't even go in. It was just the Zoom interviews.
Oh, was it during like the whole COVID?
No. COVID. I've got
No, that's
more
what you said you
story.
couldn't
I wasn't
do.
even in the country, man.
That's right. You told me about that. Yeah. You said 24. My bad.
Right. And so the second time I interviewed, they looked in the back. It was pretty a pretty easy interview. I really just kind of went over everything that I knew, and then once they started to get to know me and then once they tasted my home grow, that was kind of like my resume for grow.
Yeah.
And I have all my OSHA certification, all the stupid stuff for spraying and everything.
You just told me about shutting the door.
I was gonna tell you something.
You got ambience coming from the outside. Do you know how much that messes with the sound?
I love you.
Love you too. Go smoke your stogie. Or don't. Come back inside. Now I smell like a cigarette. Now I want a cigarette. Thanks.
Thanks, bud.
So yeah, I wasn't really working anywhere, but the point I was trying to make, going back, was
sorry about that.
that when I originally interviewed with Grow,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that I said during the interview was my main intentions were to move up front.
Yeah.
So I'm letting you guys know now.
At least you're honest with them.
Oh, dead honest, you know, and that I think that's one of the reasons I got hired is because.
Yeah, at least you had like an idea of where you were, what you were gonna do.
Well, I knew, I had no idea about planning about the no tax on tips or 25,000 the credit.
The write-off.
Yeah, the write-off that we're basically. It's not as
It's
open
not
as we
not
think.
not as much as everyone thinks.
Yeah,
it is
it's
kind
not
of,
as much.
No, I'll tell you what. That is one thing that bothers me about it is the tax.
No tax on tips.
Was
Tip 25,000.
Yeah, it's like you didn't do anything that you said in that regard.
And then
like,
it's only a credit.
yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so like we're still gonna get taxed out our ass.
Well, unless you claim on if you go on your W-4 like me and claim 10 dependents, I don't get any tax taken out.
I could have claimed. I should have claimed. Well,
We can go redo it at any time.
I mean, I gotta let them know about my daughter. Yeah.
I think you can do it on your.
I like it. I need that tax return at the end of the year is what I need, because I mean, like honestly, oh my gosh, it's been with the amount of money I owe for the IRS, I'll probably break even this year with them. Cause like I owe them a lot. I mean, I worked 2 jobs to live and to save some money, and they're like, oh yeah. And I bet you if I hadn't filed my shit properly, they wouldn't have been the wiser. I wouldn't have gotten audited.
Ooh, you got audited.
No, I won't get audited. I file all my shit properly. They won't audit me. I'm not making enough money for them to audit me.
Exactly.
They said they did send me their itinerary. They're like, yeah, you owe us, and I'm like, yeah, I get fucked. I can't do anything about it right now. My fucking account's negative $44. How about you suck my balls? Because if I go work another job, you're gonna fucking tax the shit out of me again.
Yeah.
It's a vicious cycle. The snake will eat its own tail. I'm like, you know, I got like freaking the hospital freaking telling me about money that I owe because I had to cancel my insurance. I'm like, you know what? Go suck a dick, bro. Like, you want to fuck with me about my taxes? Go after the fucking billionaires and trillionaires that aren't paying shit. That have more, that could spend all the money that they want for the rest of their lives, and still that they never have to worry about it.
Yeah, get my taxes from them.
Yeah, they need to. That's where it should be coming from.
Well, income tax. I mean, the whole idea behind it.
It was supposed to be temporary.
Well, only for World War One, you know, and then they kept it through World War Two, and then it was only what, like 2 or 3% when they first started. And
No,
it's a joke, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna have a year or 2 of this, and then you know we'll be good. But
you know what ended up causing it was
Look how beneficial it
was when the central bank got set up and we moved from that silver standard to that oil standard, that fiat standard.
oh yeah.
That's what really changed everything with currency.
And I've been in a lot of countries where they've tried to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in Argentina, it was called leco,
Mm-hmm.
and I still have bills from that. You know, actual like bills that they started printing out based like petroleum based.
Mm-hmm. You can't really do
Never
it.
works.
It doesn't because eventually, one, you can see the world wants to move to something different than fossil fuels. Let's just be straight up. And
Burning plastic now for gas.
that's just the same. That's an oil derivative. But plastic for gas would be interesting. But I think what we're going to see move is like a hydrogen
I
power.
don't know. I feel like electricity is going to be the way to go, man.
But how do you produce? How do you
Solar power.
That is the most. But do you know that solar power is one of the biggest, they call it the most lossless next to air. The renewable energy sources that we have are actually not efficient at all.
Not at all.
Like you can,
wind turbines are the worst.
yeah.
They're only good for like going to shit and then people taking them down and building small tiny homes out of them.
But I mean, like in all reality, do you know that like if a part breaks on that thing, you can't recycle it. Like because of the way that they build it, because you cannot recycle it. You cannot do anything with those turbines. So it's like, what's the point? And it's like, okay, well maybe we need to find a more efficient way. Well, we got nuclear. Nuclear is the
we
biggest.
need like an event horizon where there's something that's just so significant. Not a 10% increase, not 10% better solar
Dark
panels.
matter.
We need something that's like 1,000 times.
You know what I think it is? I really think
Whether it's cold fusion,
I think it's going to be cold fusion.
Yeah.
Cold fusion. I think it's going to be cold fusion, but do you know actually what it's going to I think really be? I really think it's going to be when the power system changes from being currency based to being free for everybody, which is what it was supposed to be from the beginning. I mean, Nikola
they shut that shit down.
Nikola Tesla.
Oh, he built it.
He built it. He wanted. He literally had. And then they made him do it at that hotel in New York. If you look and you go down to the bottom underneath the hotel that they had him they had him in. The government had him in. If you go there, I've seen the videos of people walking through the underneath it, and there are chambers down there. You could see where he harnessed energy from the ionosphere from what was at the time the tallest tower in New York City.
Yeah.
And like he proved that it was possible. That like you can harness power that way, and you could if you've seen his Tesla towers and Tesla coils, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, that's logically that's the best way to go. Now, whether it goes that way, there's so many.
There's a lot of things that would have to change.
Yeah, exactly. But I think you're onto something about Trump kind of cutting away the red tape, especially with a big, beautiful bill.
Yeah.
If he can do that through Congress and the Senate, then you can start putting some dents in other things.
There's a lot of things that are...
Like get rid of the solar shit that's not producing.
It's obsolete.
I don't think it's obsolete, man. I think it's going to be the next power source for us.
No, they've already
moved on to
they're
from Earth.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's what the ionosphere is. It is power from the Earth.
I'm saying our next step to get off of this planet is using like solar power shit. So like stars.
For sure. If you're talking about going into space, like if you're talking about going into space, for sure,
it's gonna be so efficient for that shit.
Well, yeah, but I mean also like. You also got
those solar sails.
Yeah.
Where they're using it's just a little brick that they're using, and it's supposed to be able to propel the ship using the solar flares from the sun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then so they won't have to use fuel and anything. They're just basically
just
like a sailboat in the middle of space.
The thing, the problem that I feel like you would run into at that point is one, speed, trajectory,
and asteroids and shit like that,
and collisions along the way, because you can
tears.
The crazy thing about like when we go to Mars or when we go to the moon is that you have to time it. You have to know exactly when you're leaving because of the way the orbits work. You know.
Well, yeah, every 2.5 years.
Oh, speaking of orbits, today was one of the fastest orbits that there was on Earth.
Oh, Earth's rotation.
Oh, because we're close to
equinox.
Yeah, it's one of the fastest. It's about 2 other days that's going to happen.
And then we'll hit that equinox, and then it'll be starting to get shorter. Okay, so I had some other questions. I said, where do you think you gathered most of your like current passions? Like, where do you feel like you found the foundation for your current passions?
That's a good question. I think it stems a lot from just kind of how I am as a person. I don't ever sit still. Like as soon as I learn something, and it's kind of a little bit mean too, is I'll go down to other countries, I'll go to certain places, I'll get to know people, I'll meet people, and I'll learn from them, and then I kind of move on.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I was in Grow.
Oh, yeah.
For 9 months. Next thing. I got it, that whole theory of, if you go into a room, you're the smartest person in there, get the hell out. You're not going to learn anything. So once, and that's not being cocky saying I'm the smartest person, it's just the point of once I've kind of learned something, I tend to move on to things. So that's where my passion comes from. Okay. It's just absorption.
Continuous growth.
Continuous absorption, and then seeing like your insane talents.
Oh.
With music.
Thank you.
Like the spark under, it's like, shit, dude, I want to learn about that. I want to see it. And if I just sit down and watch it. Yeah. And that's why you can open up a conversation. You guys want to start talking about rebuilding engines? We can have a whole conversation about that. Really? Oh, yeah. I can tell you how to rebuild a diesel, all.
That's impressive.
Everything from mechanics. I can show you how to rebuild a computer. Wow. So you name the things, dude. I've been there. I've tried it. I always said, you see those old movies where they're like, just say yes, and it kind of like changes their whole life. Oh, yeah. I started out like that. Like everything that I saw was just yes, yes, yes. Do you want to do this? Yes. What is it? That's where I feel like you never stop learning, and you never, you're never unsatisfied. I can understand that. I think the biggest problem with my dissatisfaction definitely stems from that fact of the times that I've told myself no. I feel like a lot of the times I have to like look inside myself and be like, I have to agree, and then I end up agreeing to things that I'm like, why would I even agree to that,
But
I see that.
But I can completely relate to you on the whole factor of like moving all over the place, learning what you can, and then kind of just moving
Another
on.
big thing of that is you need to be humble. And as crazy as that sounds, it's not that, this is not like rappers just be humble, be humble.
Right.
It's not just saying it. You actually have to
act it. Yeah.
You have to act it, and you have to actually live it.
Yeah.
And so, for example, like everything that I can explain to you that I can do in, when it comes to cars, computers, you name it, the knowledge that I'm getting and growing, I could turn around and have the whole conversation in Spanish.
That's amazing.
Fluently.
That's amazing.
Así, queremos parar y cambiar el idioma, puedo empezar a hablar, explicar todo lo que estamos hablando ahora. Lo puedo cambiar a acento mexicano. Vamos a hablar como mexicano. We're going to talk like Mexicans now. Like
You're going to go from different dialects. Yeah.
So I could be a dick and throw that in everyone's faces.
Right.
But that's not humility.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it does. Sometimes you do have to point it out to show people at what level you kind of are working with.
Right.
Too.
Yeah. I totally understand. Yeah.
So if that, hopefully that answers the question.
That's a great answer. I gotta say I really can appreciate that answer because I like how you kind of tied it all together at the end with being humble. I feel like the world could afford to be a little bit more humble. We all need to have ego. Let go my ego, mofo. You have to have a little bit of ego to live. Everyone's got to have a little bit of ego. I feel like if you don't live in a
don't mix ego with confidence.
Right.
Yeah, lean on your confidence, not on ego is based on something that you're not 100% sure of. Right. Confidence,
Yeah, for sure.
So and then we're getting a little dicey here and breaking down.
Yeah.
But that's kind of my 2 cents.
I dig it. And then I wanted to ask you what culture do you think you derive a lot of your current personality from? I noticed that you said you know a lot of in Spanish, but there's a lot of culture that lives with that language. You've got the Spaniards from Spain. You've got Portugal, which is a completely different culture.
Different language. Portuguese.
Yeah, Portuguese. Well, yeah, Latin derived. That's my bet on there. I'll take that out. But then you've got Cuba, you've got Argentina, you've talked about a lot of South America, and you've also got Mexico, of course, and all of them have their different slang. So what culture do you think would you say has made the most impact on you as a whole? American for sure.
Yeah, American.
I like that.
That's
America over here, baby.
Here's the funny thing too is that you get to screw around with languages a lot when you know 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I do this all the time with my son because he's just as fluent as I am.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of times we'll be walking down, I don't know, at Wendy's or Walmart, wherever, out in public, and sometimes we don't want people to understand what we're saying. And sometimes we don't want people that speak Spanish to understand what we're saying. We'll go deep into slang from Argentina. And they don't have a clue what we're saying.
Yeah.
They kind of get an idea, but when we go fast and we cut our words off too. But as far as culture, it always will be based with kind of U.S. ideas. U.S. I grew up here.
Yeah.
I lived here. I didn't go south of the border till, when I was 14 or 15, I was in Mexico for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't count. But I was in Canada for a little while,
Back to America.
Back in America, yeah, I grew up an American,
Mm-hmm.
I was trained as an American. Like, here's a big example I like to always share with people is that there's a huge attitude. The biggest attitude difference between us and South Americans can be kind of summed up in one example.
Yeah.
Okay? So, we got a glass of milk on the table.
Right.
Boom. We all walk outside and we come back, it's spilled.
Mm.
Americans, what do when they look at that?
They'll probably complain.
Well, kind of.
Maybe say something about it, and depends on if it's your milk or not.
But the general idea with
That's a lot of milk.
The general idea with Americans is the first thought is, how do we clean this up?
That's fair.
How do we clean this up? We got to get this fixed. It's going to fuck up the floor. It's going to, that's our thought.
Forward thinking.
South America, their first thought is, who did that?
Oh, it's an accusation. Accusatory.
Well, that's the important thing.
Mm-hmm. Is who point like
So their perspective on everything is reactionary, whereas ours is active, proactive.
proactive versus reactive.
So it's a very small example, but it shows you, and if you put that on a macro scale, everything falls into place with that example. So even on large things, when you're sending your kid off to college, you know, and they don't get in, it's like, whose fault is that?
Right.
Whereas Americans are like, fuck this, we're gonna find a different college, we're gonna write another letter to the dean. You know, it's reactionary versus proactive.
Yeah, I feel
that's third world to first world. Because Colombians aren't that way.
Well, if you think about it, that's also like you can directly correlate that also to like old way of thinking versus the new way of thinking. I feel like the new way of thinking,
and part of it is
that solution based.
They are kind of back in that ideal of you know, the old way of thinking. But looking for blame in everything,
you can't have that.
You can't. People as much as you try in those cultures to pound it into them that doesn't make any sense. It's a waste of time. So your original question, what's the biggest influence? It's the American way of thought, and because of like that example, and because of many others, the way we think as Americans, is way different. So yes, have I been influenced by other culture? Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not. I'm listening. I promise. I'm just checking the stream to make sure we're still going on TikTok because I have that. Well, it says I do, right? But like that's not the actual stream right there. Oh, you got it pulled up? Oh, facts. Okay. Thank you, Gene. Thank you. Appreciate you. Jamie, clip that. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have a Jamie here. Anyways.
Good mud.
Where were we at?
Well, I was just explaining the differences between the American way of thinking and South American way of thinking.
Right.
And kind of tying that question back in, where you're asking, you know, what
culture?
Yeah, what culture? And I was trying to add on. Okay, these other cultures that I've been to, I've lived in, I've learned from them. But does it become part of my core? No.
I can understand that. I can understand that.
But sometimes here's the thing is, you know, and this will get even a little bit deeper, but my job was also I had to pretend that those were my cores.
You know, I have a lot of I have a family member. He the same way that he is. He's the kind of the same way. He says, you know, he kind of goes like that Bruce Lee like water. You know, like water. And he's like right now where I'm at. You know, I'm Mormon, and in all reality, I'm Mormon because the people around me are Mormon. He said he's like I would like to blend into the culture. I want to be part of that culture. And he says, but it's like. If he's like in all honesty, if I was over in the Middle East, I would probably be Islamic. He's like, if I was down in South America, maybe more Catholic. You know, he's like, it's just, you know, part. He said I would acclimate to the culture.
Of course, and his acclimation might be a defense mechanism.
Exactly, to keep himself
whereas
safe.
Mine was way different. Mine was just to assimilate.
Infiltration.
Well, I assimilate with the group because maybe I needed to do positive things. Maybe I needed to do a few negative. But I had to be fully assimilated. I used to have people grab me and stop me on the street, and they're like, "Hey, I saw you, like on this soccer team." I'm like, "I don't play soccer," you know. They thought, or they would catch my accent. They're like, "Where are you from? You're not from this city." I'm like, "Up north." I'm like, "Oh, okay," and they would name a city like 30 minutes north. I'm like, "Yeah." That's where I'm from.
That's good. That's good direction, especially if you can remember. You know,
I got pretty well.
I would be screwed in that scenario because, like, damn, bro, like, I got a hard enough time remembering, like, as it be, you know?
Well, it's kind of where it's you remember things just on the fly. It's nothing conscious, and you have to get past anything being conscious.
I imagine once especially if you're trained on it, maybe it is a little bit easier. Like, not easier to say per se, but like you're more adjusted. As like that's your normal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Helps. Yeah, I imagine that's probably got to be the case. Also, I wanted to say, this is a pretty deep one. I wanted to ask you: do you think that humans as a whole are redeemable? Humanity as a whole, do you think that we can be redeemed for what we've been doing to the planet?
Okay, well, are redemption in the sense of redemption to like a higher power, or redemption to ourselves?
I want to say for the future of our kids. Do you
Okay,
think?
so ourselves,
Yeah.
and we're not answering because one of my theories is that our actions are highly dictated by who we answer to.
It's true.
So if we're answering to ourselves, there may be some, better motives, and we're not going to skip. Like if it's our kid, our blood, we're going to be more adamant, I think. So to answering, because we're answering to our kids, kind of in a sense. If we're answering to some deity, and then that idea changes a lot, and you're never going to be 100%.
I feel like if you're living under the guise of the if you have to put your morals in place because you think something else up there is going to condemn you for it.
Right.
I don't feel like you're really living at that point.
Well, no. And then you're living by a different code too, because you're looking for redemption from somebody else.
And it's fear.
It's fear. It's fear-based. Whereas if the question were, hey, are we redeemable, like as humans to ourselves? Yeah, I think so.
If the earth could speak, do you think we'd be able to redeem ourselves to her?
I think so.
What if the Earth was a man?
I
don't think gender would really matter.
I think that the celestial bodies
Woman.
generally emanate a certain frequency, and I think that we've come to the consensus throughout all of our lifetimes, especially with the cultures that existed far before we did. She's
But are you asking about redemption or kind of forgiveness in that sense?
Do you think that we're capable of being? Do you think that we're worthy of it?
Yeah.
You think we are?
Well, I think we are.
I like when people because me at my core, I place humanity as the most important thing.
Right.
Like I personally think that like we have a duty as custodians of this planet to really take care of it, and I think we're kind of fucking up that duty right now. We're kind of being like what we're doing is kind of like the same thing as like the civilizations that have collapsed in the past. We're kind of on the risk of becoming too centric on ourselves. Like it's good.
Or does it matter in the sense like are we just doomed to repeat the cycle that's never been broken?
I think it really could, like I feel like that can kind of totally tie back to what something that you said earlier was I think it kind of depends on who you answer to.
Good point.
It depends on where do you put your faith at? I choose to put my faith in.
So maybe we need to concentrate more on who we answer to.
Exactly.
And by changing that, then humanity will be able to start to show signs.
I completely agree with you there because the biggest problem that we face right now, I think, is that we've kind of like let the wrong kind of people been running the show for a while, and like they've kind of gotten a little comfortable with where they're sitting. I mean, you figure some of these politicians are career politicians. It's like I heard that something went through that they're trying to impose term limits in Congress.
Yeah. There's now 13 states that have signed.
Mm-hmm.
They need 27, 26.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Oh, they need to.
It'll happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's a joke, not having term limits.
I was going to go into politics originally.
Well, I thought that was the Supreme Court. I thought the Supreme Court doesn't have any limits on how long their terms are.
The Supreme Court's different. There's only 7 of them.
And they're elected like
and they're elected to life.
They can just stay in there forever.
Right, Zach. But they can only rule on certain things. Like they can't change
That's
the
also a
law.
whole branch of our, government system.
True.
It's a whole branch on itself.
True.
And it's the judiciary system.
So we're doing our checks and balances. That's still 2/3 or a third of our 2, 3.
But the heads generally change when the administrations change. The DOJs generally change.
Not on our Supreme Court. On the bench, that doesn't really change. But those are judges.
Mm-hmm.
So they're there to judge, not create laws like Congress and the Senate. They're there to vote and fight out these laws.
the judges and
they're
bills.
also a power that can,
They are.
Right. I actually
laws.
understand exactly what you're saying, and I completely agree. I completely agree.
We have the 3 branches of our government for the
legislative,
making
executive, and the judiciary. Yeah.
we checks and balances.
Right. Exactly.
There should be term limits in that, no matter where you're at.
So you think there should be term limits
and everything? I don't
disagree.
I don't
Zach is
think that
exactly
anybody should be in power for
He
that
is.
long because
He
it
is.
just starts
Oh.
to get into your head. Where you're like, I've been here for this long and nobody's really said anything about me, and they really can't do anything about me because I have this long of a term.
And
Well,
that can be a good
well,
thing or a bad thing too.
Yeah, and at the same time, you also want people with a lot of experience in the job, and if they show
Yeah,
a good
but-
track record
Oh yeah.
and they have like no cognitive decline, then maybe like.
But that's why I think that term limits are good. Let them be there for a minute because you.
But
also
then who
need-
elects them? The people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because right now they're appointed.
Yeah, that's the whole.
Yeah,
That's
but the
whole
government
problem.
appoints
Government
them. That's the
appoints
thing. Like they're not. It's not like the sheriff where we vote for them. Like,
Right,
We don't,
right.
We don't,
So if we-
yeah.
It's a problem.
Then we have to change that
It's
as
the
well.
same. It's the same problem with the electoral college, though. That's the same
Yeah,
issue that
I
we face
don't. That's
there.
why I don't like any of that shit.
You don't like the idea. You don't like the. I don't like the idea of the electoral college because the foundation of it was.
I just want America to be for the people, by the people, and it seems like it's not that anymore.
It's a
Like
corporation.
few people are the people, they get to choose everything.
It's true.
And it's like, well then what am I doing, what am I paying my taxes for? What am I a citizen for if I don't get to help choose the government that helps govern me,
It's true.
Yeah, you're right.
you know?
Exactly.
But also the biggest problem I think we face with our government as a whole is like Elon Musk brought up something that I think is great is he wants to start another party.
We love
He
you.
once did.
He did start. He always
He
did.
started last Saturday.
He did.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him. We
I'm
need
part of that party.
It's the American Party. It's
Well,
what
it's basically the independent. Yeah, it's going to be the independent party. But
I think it's
the American party.
I think more like I'm thinking more like I don't know where like everyone else's values come from, but I'll just put mine out there. I'm pretty well more like libertarian more than anything. It's just like I think that the federal government kind of just needs to take a step back from where it's at and kind of just reevaluate the fact that the federal government. It's that they've put a blanket corporation over something that doesn't need a blanket corporation. If it really came down to it, we could have a system similar to the EU, where we have a parliament that comes together from all the states. And we could do that if it really came down to it. I mean, there's different ways that we could rebuild the system, but like
There's a lot more states than countries in the EU, right?
yeah, there's 50 states right here. Well, I don't know about that, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty close, right? How many are in the EU? Is it 36?
Oh, in the EU?
In the European Union, it's more than that, yeah?
Yeah, but that are actually...
Greenland Island. Too.
Okay, and
Island,
NATO is what, 16?
16 nations?
Or not NATO, I'm sorry, they have the... they have... You'd have to Google that, honestly, because I don't pay that much attention to Europe, honestly.
Nor I.
Yeah, I mean, I don't...
Europe's hard to keep up with.
And I don't... Honestly, like, what do we have to gain?
It's not America.
Yeah, they think way differently than we do.
I think that really, in all honesty, we really need to be focusing on taking care of what's going on here at home anyway.
No, exactly, and I don't want to throw a whole wrench in the conversation.
No,
but yeah, I completely agree. Okay, look, we need to find a way to, and no matter how we do it, but to kind of, you're talking about the government being more for the people, by the people, everything like that. But we got to be careful too, because in the next 5 years, things are going to get so nutty cuckoo, so crazy. We're going to have to make laws that we don't. Right now, we couldn't even come up with the laws, like just hypothetically, that we're going to have to create in 3 years.
What with
AI?
Oh, that's what I was
Exactly,
thinking that you meant. Laws governing AI. That's the thing, and that's that's also something that the big bill didn't do. Because I was actually curious. I was like, it's a big bill. Was there anything placed down for AI? And it's like there's still he's still.
Well, the Palantir money is very scary.
Yeah. Well, honestly, the honest reality is, the old way. I think the old way of thinking, where they're like where the means are control. I don't think that's the way of the future. I think that we're going to move from control to trust.
Okay.
Which is actually the funny thing. The funny thing is actually, do you know the funniest thing is our government as a whole is built out of nothing but, ironically, trusts. That's the foundation of our government is trusts. It's actually built off of the foundation of our government is technically built off of a banking system that originated from Catholicism, And what caused that those trusts to be built were the Crusades.
Okay.
Yeah, when these men would go off to war, these men would like leave their property behind, and then so these squatters would come because like these men died at war, and there was no direct line of succession listed for these fiefs, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And so then people would come in and steal the fiefs, and it was like, well, the church kind of stepped in like, we can't have that shit. So you know they kind of were like, oh, okay, and we've kind of just gone from there, and that's kind of like where we're built right now. And so what that eventually, but the problem is that now because that our governance is kind of based on a banking system, the money runs fucking everything. I mean, lobbyism is the first thing that they teach you in poli-sci, and it's the reason I dropped out of college, is because
It's corrupt.
It's
it makes you sick.
corruption's built in. It's built in. It comes built in, and the biggest problem is that we've kind of as a nation have kind of just like. We've kind of just been staring at our fucking TVs and our video games instead of being like, hey, dude, these motherfuckers for the last 40 years have kind of been stealing our livelihoods in a way. Because, I mean, there's like billions, they're billionaires, millionaires overnight. And you can say, oh, they earned it on the stock market. But, like, what is the stock market? That's other people's money. That's our money. And, like, the fact that they can pass laws that keep us in these kind of, like, stuck places, like, I don't know about you, but my fucking 401k has not done great this year. Like, my investments are like, was doing really good at the start, and then they tanked like a motherfucker. Like, really right now, I think our government's kind of just like eating its own ass. And I hear so much disregard when like certain things are brought up, and it's like, are you still talking about, like, the politicians are like, are you still talking about this? And I'm like, yeah, motherfucker. Like, we're gonna keep talking about this shit until like you can sit here and be like, but there's a new problem. And I'm like, if we're not solving problems, like you said, that American way, I feel like our government has like a really good way of like pointing at problems
and creating word salads.
Exactly. Like, at the end of the day,
Yeah, they filibuster. they just talk and talk and talk and talk until you're just like, what the fuck?
Exactly. And it's like, at what point do we allow for that?
It's like, holy shit, if I want to hear this much talk, I go get married again.
Yeah.
Marry me, woman.
Yeah, shit.
I'll let you talk my ear off. I already have headphones on, so it's like, you know, I get talked to all the time by men. I'd rather have a woman talk to me in the ear.
So, yeah, especially these like old men like Mitch McConnell, like motherfucker looks like he's fucking, like, he looks like a fucking turkey dog. Like, that motherfucker looked like neck lift, like, today. Call now, bro. Call and get it done. Like,
who is it? Jeffries.
Hey, Zach.
Jeffries on the Democratic side.
did you have? But by the way, is there anything that you wanted to ask?
Yeah.
Sweet.
How old are you?
44.
44?
Just turned 44 July 2nd.
Happy belated birthday.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Where you from, brother?
Well, okay. Grew up in California. Born in Iowa. So, after 2 or 3 days, I'm not really sure, I was adopted. And so, my mom, that I know now, flew out to Iowa, picked me up, and had adopted me, flew me back to California.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's actually a pretty interesting, weird story, where the whole thing was that my uncle, who lived in, like, Utah up north, he had a friend that was a neighbor or something, and this guy had been waiting like 7 years to adopt a kid. And he had to do so much paperwork because he was a single dad. This is back in the 80s. Or 70s. And so he did all this paperwork, went through 7 years, they finally called him, they're like, yeah, we got a son for you to adopt.
That's fucking...
Come out to Iowa and pick him up. He's like, I just met the love of my life and we're going to have a kid.
Oh, wow.
So he calls up my uncle, and he says, you were telling me that your brother was looking to adopt. So he calls my mom, my uncle and says, hey, this guy has a kid to adopt. My mom's like on the flight, like
Damn.
gone. So it's kind of a crazy story.
Pretty cool.
That's nice to know. The dope thing about that is to be able to know that like you had that love. You had that love.
Yeah.
You had that love
Oh
coming
yeah.
straight out the gate.
Well, in the history that I know is that the girl that gave me up for adoption was like 14 or 15.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
it was a burden relief for her too.
Well, I'm assuming that she like knew that she couldn't do it.
So have you met your biological?
No. I have all the information. I just don't. I don't want to mess somebody else's life up.
Yeah.
She just has her own thing going.
What if she had a whole family and everything like that, and then you just like show up and like, hey, I'm your kid.
Yeah, possible.
Kind
What do you
of,
think
but I do get the other side of it too.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the other side. It's like, hey,
You don't think she wanted to see you?
Some people,
no, I'm sure every day she wakes
she
up
might think
thinking
about it.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Wish we gave her that closure.
yeah, what?
Would you? I guess the better question is, would you be open to the idea?
Yeah, for her sake, but not for mine.
Okay. So like,
You think
you're
it
not to
would
say.
cause more harm to you
Oh.
than her?
No, I'm not worried about myself. It's just, I'm
Do you worry about her?
apathetic
Oh.
towards everything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, maybe she turned out to have a horrible life. Maybe she's not around. I mean, maybe just finding out would be a good start.
Yeah.
It's something I just don't care that much about.
I mean, I understand.
Feel that.
I understand.
Because my family that adopted me, I can't say anything bad about them.
Yeah, of course.
They're great people. Okay, they've always been supportive.
How old were you? I'm sorry. How old were you when you found out you were adopted?
As early as I can remember. Like,
Yeah.
So they were pretty open with you straight out the gate.
right.
They didn't like make you ask around for it at all.
And they were actually really terrified of how I react, which was funny.
As they said, I feel like that's like not to like put it down, but it's like that's what I've seen from like people who I've been in relationships with people who are adopted. And I feel like that's like a lot of the things with like the families, like that's more of the worry. They're more worried about like, oh man, are they gonna be upset? Are you gonna be down about it? And that's how you know that they love you right there for sure. Is if that's their first concern.
That was their own. But they were really surprised. Once they started to get to know me, I think I scared them a little bit because they're like, this kid doesn't care. And because I remember them telling me like, hey, you're adopted. Do you know what that means? And I was like, yeah. They're like, oh, okay, we're here for you and all that stuff. They're almost like in tears and stuff. And they're like, you have any questions? Like, what's for dinner?
That's a good
like
question.
that was literally like, right? Okay, next.
Like,
what's for dinner?
We got that passed,
We're not doing that. We're not doing that shitty stir fry that you made last week, right? Like that was literally on my mind. I could care less about being adopted.
I feel like that's kind of like I feel like if you were to tell your kids that young, I feel like that's like. I feel like a lot of kids would be more admissible to that, like, the nature of the beast. Like, I feel like kids take bad news in a lot of ways a lot better than some adults
Well, I
do.
have two sisters that are twins, and they were adopted too, under bad circumstances. Like, they were taken away by the state at a year because they were horrible, horrible things that these two females were. I don't even know who the mom was. One of them was the mom, but it's two females living together that just did horrible things. I think they went to jail. And so they had issues. They came in with mental disabilities and stuff like that. But my parents told them they were adopted. As early as they could remember. One of them didn't really care, but she weighs like 400 pounds. Like, she has other issues, obviously.
For sure.
The other one just went crazy, wild into like drugs and all became a prostitute for a while.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that hardcore. She thought it was hardcore. She's like, I'm doing this and this and this.
You've talked to her about it?
Oh yeah. Like, I'm the only one that can.
Yeah, really?
Because every drug and everything that she names, I've done like 10 times worse and more.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I did crack. I'm like, oh shit, I was making that when I was I was like, what were you cutting it with?
What are you cutting it with?
And she couldn't answer.
Damn. How involved are you with your next bump?
But to get back to the point of being adopted, is that she used that as a crutch and an excuse to my parents. Mm-hmm. Every time she would come in like drunk or screwed up, and I would do the same thing. I just was smart about it. Like they didn't know I was baked, or they didn't know that I was drunk. I just kept quiet about it, and I was good.
Yeah.
But she would come in stumbling and stuff, and she would the first thing she said, it was so messed up. She'd walk in, and they're like, "Are you drunk again?" And she's like, "You're only saying that because I'm adopted." So, oh my God.
So like the victim mentality with it.
Well, that and a little bit of retardation. I mean, she not to be an ass, but she, like literally anyone that thinks that way.
I was told
she did have like
that's retarded.
I got news today. I saw on the news somewhere that I guess it's okay. That's an okay word to use again, and it's like,
because you're literally saying a deficit of retardation.
Well, I mean, like I feel like we should be able to say something's gay or something's retarded. You know what I mean? Like
right.
Like, I mean, like that's what I grew up with. You know, like you know exactly like you know. Yeah, exactly.
So the guy cuts you off in front of traffic.
Yeah.
What do you say?
It's pretty gay.
It's pretty gay.
Yeah.
Is he gay?
Yeah.
Does he like to suck dicks?
No. Probably
Maybe not.
Maybe he does.
Maybe he doesn't, but it doesn't matter.
That's not why you call him.
That's not why he's a fag.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I feel like we need to move away from like this whole narrative of like we need to be afraid of words. Like, bro, you give words that much power, then like immediately when someone uses it, it's like, oh.
Well, and it's crazy when you start to get this perspective of a second language, because there's certain words like in Argentina, if I say them, the whole room just goes quiet.
Really?
Just one word.
Really?
And then I say that, culiado. But I say that to Mexicans, and they're like, "What the hell are you saying? That means nothing."
Hey,
they're like, "Shut up with your Argentine crap."
Yeah.
And it means, but the room will die. Like it's like me saying, like. We're all having a family dinner or something, and parents and stuff, and I'm like, fuck a Jew or something like that. Everyone would get quiet.
Yeah.
Be like, whoa.
Yeah,
bro,
like
Jews,
you know the China in Mandarin they call that a faux pas. It's like it's like a social awkward. Like you don't fucking do that. You know, it's like and like for an American,
but it's all associated word. It's all word association.
Yeah, exactly.
Because certain cultures don't associate. They don't put association. So we got to be lighter on our associations with words.
I feel like that's a good point.
And we have to understand that other people from other cultures are going to use them in a different way.
Yeah. Did you have anything else that you wanted to ask?
Oh no, that was
kind of
pretty heavy.
We went off on a tangent with that stuff.
Yeah, right. You were asking where I was coming from, but yeah. I tend to do that.
That was good.
It was good.
Well, honestly, unless we have anything else for tonight, I think we can kind of call it here.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, we can wrap it up in a bow. I think you know.
Zach, you want to say something?
Yeah. What do you make of all this? We'll have you sum up. We'll have
you have us sum us up.
We'll have the guy
close this out. Zach.
Wait. I want the guy in the corner to be the one that says the final point.
Final point of what?
Just whatever you're thinking about this whole everything we've just talked about. What do you have anything that you want to add? We've touched base on a lot of topics tonight.
I mean, I gave my 2 cents on what I really think. I just think that the first lines of the Declaration of Independence is "We the people." So I think that it should be for the people. We shouldn't have small corporations or these small little governments that are making the rules for the entire nation.
It's true. I agree.
You're right about that.
I completely agree.
I think that we should have, the people itself should have a call on who's making the decisions for our country.
Oh yeah,
I completely agree with
that's
you.
That's exactly right.
I think that's exactly right. It's exactly right. Thanks.
Exactly.
That's a good closeout.
Great
well,
closeout. Thanks
for tuning in for the first episode of the show. I'll be likely doing a game night stream. If you have anything that you want to plug or anything like that, anything we can talk about that.
Unplug. I got something in my ass that I gotta take out.
Whoa.
Well, you gotta leave it in because the show's not over yet.
Damn.
That's between me and you, man. You can't say that on that.
I knew you was God. Between me and God, right? You was God. I knew it.
All right. Well, we're gonna call it there.
I don't want to hang up the phone.
I'm gonna. Well, you know. Oh, what's you got? Something else?
No, I'm just saluting them.
Saluting.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Farewell stream.
Farewell stream.
Oh, left hand.
No, don't do that.
You don't do the right hand. The right hand.
The right hand's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problematic one. You want to make sure you're doing your left.
And that literally was the kicker. Was it up?
They still want to fucking. They're still trying to restrict me.
It was up this whole time. Though.
It was though.
Yeah.
Hi, Sandra. Thanks for watching us. I hope you had a good time with the first episode. We'll be streaming again another night, but about an hour and 15 minutes I'd say is good for the session.
Of course.
Sandra.